Hi, I'm Andrew Summerham, and this is the Elected Zero channel. If you've arrived here, you're on a journey of self-discovery and spirituality. Today, I want to share something extraordinary with you. If you stay with me until the end of this video, you're about to unlock a level of knowledge so powerful it could truly transform your life. The secrets you'll discover here are not just words. They are tools that will give you clarity, strength, and purpose. Imagine uncovering what holds you back, breaking invisible barriers, and accessing a personal power that few even know exists. Every minute you invest here will be a turning point, as the steps you take next in life may be shaped by what you're about to learn. Prepare yourself to open doors that most people never even realize are there, and to see possibilities where there once were only limits. This is more than just content. It's a map to becoming everything you were born to be. So, without further ado, let's dive into the video's content. Have you ever noticed how some people seem to have access to something others don't? I'm not talking about money or status, but an almost supernatural force that allows them to face challenges, uncover mysteries, and transform not only their own lives, but also the lives of those around them. These are the elect, not in the sense of privilege, but of responsibility. They weren't born with magical powers. Instead, they've discovered abilities that anyone can access, provided they're willing to seek them out. The truth is, these powers remain a mystery to most people. Society teaches us to focus only on what is visible and tangible, ignoring the unseen forces that truly move the world. Have you ever felt there's something more, something you can't quite explain but know is there, waiting to be uncovered? That's exactly what we're talking about. Before you think, this isn't for me, know this. What often holds us back isn't a lack of ability, but a lack of understanding about how to activate these gifts. In this video, you'll uncover 12 powers that could completely shift your perspective on life. Yes, it's possible to understand and access these mysteries reserved for the elect. But be warned, what you learn here may challenge your beliefs, shake your comfort zone, and change the way you see life. Are you ready to discover what it truly means to be one of the elect? The first gift reserved for the elect is divine revelation. There are moments in life when the ordinary isn't enough. It's as if an internal compass, connected to something greater, begins pointing toward truths that our eyes alone cannot see. Divine revelation is this rare gift that, in pivotal moments, unveils paths previously hidden. Picture someone facing a crucial decision, whether to move to a new city, change careers, or invest in something uncertain. In those moments, it's as though a clear intuition arises, showing not just what to do, but why. This connection isn't a privilege, it's an opportunity for those who choose to seek it sincerely. This pursuit requires effort. The silence of prayer, meditation, or simply stepping away from the noise of daily life to listen to your own thoughts are powerful keys. Some find this revelation in sacred texts like the Bible or the Bhagavad Gita, others in simple moments like watching the sunrise. The important thing is to stay receptive, because revelation doesn't shout, it whispers. For those who hear it, it's like discovering the password to a vault full of answers that were always there. When this guidance is received, life gains purpose. Doubts transform into convictions, and challenges shrink in the light of newfound clarity. This connection to the divine not only guides but gives courage to move forward. And as you walk this path, you'll find that the wisdom gained isn't meant to be kept. It's a lantern for others. It's in this sharing that the next gift emerges, sacred knowledge, just as essential as it is enlightening. There's a type of knowledge you won't find on library shelves or in the world's most expensive courses. It's deep, almost like a code that connects humans to the very heart of the universe. Sacred knowledge is this, an understanding so clear and intimate that it transcends the intellect and settles into the spirit. Those who possess it have a unique ability to translate complex ideas into simple truths, helping others see what once seemed unattainable. Think of that wise figure who, with a single phrase, can entirely shift someone's perspective on a problem. To access this kind of knowledge, you need to dive deep into timeless teachings. Books like Meditations by Marcus Aurelius or Autobiography of a Yogi by Paramahansa Yogananda are invaluable guides. But learning isn't confined to pages. It extends to observing life, engaging with experienced individuals, and above all, practicing what you learn. Applying principles like gratitude and forgiveness in daily life can unlock transformative insights. True wisdom lies in balancing absorption and action, learning and teaching. The sacred knowledge you acquire becomes more powerful when shared. It's like planting seeds in fertile soil. Every word, every example, is a chance to grow something greater. As the journey unfolds, you'll see that these gifts aren't mere privileges. They are profound responsibilities. And the next gift is what empowers the elect to carry this responsibility: unshakable hope. There is something almost magical about the ability to look at a cloudy sky and see the sunlight breaking through the clouds. This is the essence of unshakable hope. It emerges as a small but sufficient flame, capable of guiding steps even when the terrain is uncertain. Imagine someone who, after losing a job, decides to see it as an opportunity to start their own business. They use adversity as stepping stones, understanding that every fall can be the push needed for something greater. Maintaining this perspective is often the difference between giving up and achieving. However, this hope doesn't spring from nowhere. It is built, brick by brick, through small daily choices. Being grateful for what you have, even on bad days. Surrounding yourself with inspiring people. Seeking out readings and content that nourish the soul, such as Viktor Frankl's Man's Search for Meaning. In difficult times, the habit of journaling small progress can reinforce the belief in a better future. It is not about denying reality, but facing challenges with courage and creativity. And when least expected, this hope becomes contagious. A sincere smile, a word of encouragement, or even a simple gesture like helping someone carry a heavy bag can reignite the light in another person's life. In this way, hope not only illuminates those who carry it, but spreads its glow wherever it goes. After all, it is in the darkest moments that light becomes most evident. Have you ever felt an intense sense of protection that you couldn't quite explain? Divine protection is the next power I will discuss. It is an invisible but incredibly powerful shield that guards us against life's storms. It is not something you perceive directly, but its effects are undeniable. Think of a moment when you avoided an accident by mere seconds or made a decision that saved you from major problems. That is not luck. It is a higher force working in your favor. To activate this protection, keep your faith alive through sincere prayers, and above all, trust in the divine plan, even when it doesn't make sense at the moment. This protection doesn't mean you will never face difficulties, but rather that you will have the resources to overcome them. It is like a soldier entering battle fully equipped. Have you ever noticed those people who remain calm even in critical situations? They trust that they are being cared for by something greater. A practical example is carrying a word of strength, such as a Bible verse or an inspirational phrase, to remind yourself that you are not alone. This strengthens the spirit and creates a mental shield against fears. Moreover, divine protection also acts in ways we cannot see, warding off dangers we never even realize. Have you heard of situations where someone was delayed by something seemingly trivial, only to later discover that it saved them from a major complication? This is the kind of care that is priceless. However, protection is not purely passive. It must be aligned with your actions. Make conscious choices and stay alert to opportunities to follow safer paths. Speaking of paths, spiritual discernment is the key to avoiding temptations or being seduced by what is profane. Spiritual discernment is like a lighthouse in the fog, guiding the way when everything seems uncertain. It enables us to distinguish what is genuine from what is illusory, protecting us from traps that might appear promising at first glance. Have you ever noticed how some people seem able to detect hidden intentions or predict the outcome of a situation with precision? This is not a random gift. It is the result of a finely tuned connection with the divine. To cultivate this discernment, try spending more time in silence and reflection, away from the noise of the world. Many answers emerge when the mind is at peace. This gift is especially valuable when making important decisions. Imagine someone facing a seemingly perfect job opportunity, but something feels off. By trusting their intuition and investigating further, they discover that path could lead to future problems. That's discernment in action, protecting and guiding. To strengthen this ability, practice analyzing situations without haste, considering the consequences and aligning them with ethical and spiritual principles. Discernment also acts as a shield against negative influences, whether from people, environments, or situations. It helps identify what nourishes the soul and what depletes it. For instance, recognizing relationships that drain your energy allows you to take steps to distance yourself and seek healthier connections. This care brings balance and opens the door to something even more restorative: spiritual healing, which transcends human understanding. Spiritual healing is a balm that reaches where traditional medicine cannot, restoring balance between body, mind, and soul. It is not just about alleviating physical symptoms, but about finding inner harmony. Have you ever seen someone who, even in the face of a challenging diagnosis, radiates peace and serenity? That is the power of spiritual healing at work. This healing can begin with simple steps, such as dedicating daily time to prayer or meditation, seeking not just answers, but a renewal of strength. It also helps release grudges and traumas that we often carry unknowingly. Imagine someone who has spent years holding on to resentment, but, upon forgiving, experiences a lightness that transforms their life. This happens because forgiveness is one of the most powerful tools of spiritual healing. Want to try it? Make a list of situations or people that still cause you pain and gradually work on forgiving them. It's not easy, but the results are liberating. Moreover, spiritual healing can be shared. When you are at peace, this positive energy influences those around you. Think of a friend who, after an honest conversation with you, finds the strength to overcome a challenge. This exchange happens because a restored spirit has the power to touch others. And it is precisely in this process of transforming yourself to help others that something even deeper emerges. Personal transformation, a revolution not only of who you are, but of who you have the potential to become. Personal transformation is an inside-out journey, a renewal that begins with small changes but profoundly impacts every aspect of life. It is like the caterpillar that, by embracing the process, becomes a butterfly. This metamorphosis happens when someone chooses to abandon habits that no longer serve them and invests in practices that nourish their soul. Want to take the first steps? Start by reflecting on what truly matters to you and eliminating anything misaligned with that purpose. This process is not instantaneous, but every stage brings its rewards. Imagine someone stepping out of their comfort zone, like changing careers or ending an unhealthy relationship. Though challenging, such decisions pave the way for new opportunities and a more authentic version of oneself. To implement this, set realistic goals and track your progress. A great starting point could be creating a morning routine that includes something uplifting, like reading an inspiring book or practicing gratitude. Personal transformation is also a gift that inspires and influences those around you. When you grow, others notice and are often motivated to embark on their own journeys. Have you ever heard of someone whose story of overcoming challenges encouraged others to believe they too could change? That's the power of transformation in action. But for it to be complete, it must be grounded in pure and divine influence, the foundation of all positive and genuine change. Divine influence is like a light that, by illuminating your life, also warms and guides those around you. Those who possess it often don't realize the impact they have, but their words and actions inspire transformation. Think of someone who, with a simple gesture or a timely phrase, brought clarity in a moment of confusion. This force is not about power, but about service. Want to cultivate it? Begin by practicing active listening and offering genuine support to those around you. Small acts create ripples that reach far beyond what we imagine. When connected to this influence, your actions reflect a greater purpose. It is like being a conduit through which others feel the presence of the divine. Imagine a teacher who, beyond imparting knowledge, transforms their students' lives by encouraging them to believe in their potential, or a leader who inspires their team with integrity and empathy. You can apply this in daily life, sincerely compliment someone, share a meaningful lesson, or simply be present. These gestures, though seemingly small, have extraordinary reach. What's most fascinating is that divine influence operates subtly yet powerfully. Even without conscious intention, you might become the answer to someone's prayer. Have you ever felt like you were in the right place at the right time, helping someone without knowing how you ended up there? That is this power in action. And speaking of action, the next gift is pure transformative action, one that holds the essence of all others, unconditional love. Unconditional love is the greatest transformative force, a bond that connects souls in a pure and genuine way, expecting nothing in return. It is the kind of love that forgives, understands, and embraces, even in the most challenging moments. Picture a mother who, despite her child's mistakes, remains by their side, offering support and encouragement. This love transcends human flaws and reflects the essence of divine love. To embody it, start by exercising empathy. Strive to see situations from another's perspective, even when it feels difficult. Loving unconditionally doesn't mean tolerating negative behavior passively, but choosing to respond with wisdom and compassion. Consider a couple facing conflicts but deciding to work through their differences together rather than giving up. This love requires effort, but yields fruits that strengthen relationships. You can apply it in daily life by practicing forgiveness and appreciating small acts of kindness and gratitude. A simple thank you, a hug, or spending quality time can be powerful ways to express this feeling. The beauty of unconditional love lies in its ability to illuminate the darkest corners of the human heart. It heals wounds, dissolves resentments, and inspires those who receive it to pass it on. Have you ever considered how a random act of kindness can change someone's day? That is love in motion, a force that renews unshakable hope and grants access to true wisdom. The next gift reserved for the elect is true wisdom. It serves as a compass, pointing the right way, even when everything around seems chaotic. Those who possess it can see beyond appearances, discerning truths that others cannot fathom. Imagine a business leader who, amidst an unstable market, predicts trends and makes decisions that propel them ahead of the competition. This foresight doesn't come solely from technical expertise, but from a profound connection to something greater. To nurture this wisdom, devote time to reading sacred texts and engaging in deep reflections. They are inexhaustible sources of valuable insights. True wisdom is more than an intellectual ability. It is a gift that directly connects us to God's will. It helps distinguish what is urgent from what is important, enabling choices aligned with life's greater purpose. Consider someone leaving a toxic relationship after realizing it hindered their spiritual growth. This clarity doesn't emerge randomly. It is the result of an active pursuit of answers. To develop it, practice asking, does this decision bring me closer to or further from what truly matters? Applying true wisdom in everyday life is like assembling a complex puzzle. Each piece has its place, and the full picture only makes sense when viewed as a whole. A practical example is someone choosing to help another person rather than focusing solely on their own problems. This selfless exchange often brings mutual benefits and reveals unexpected solutions. Want to try it? Start by truly listening to those around you, paying attention to what they're really saying. You'll be surprised by how much it can illuminate your own path. But beware, when you truly listen, you may hear things that unsettle you. In such moments, the next gift becomes an indispensable tool. Resilience is the inner strength that turns setbacks and pain into fuel to soar higher. This gift isn't just about enduring hardships, it's about growing through them. Picture an athlete who suffers a severe injury but uses recovery to rediscover their passion and come back stronger. That's resilience, finding purpose in pain and using the lessons to move forward. To develop it, reflect on your past experiences and how they've shaped who you are today. Remember, every scar tells a story of overcoming. Cultivating resilience takes effort, but the results are worth every challenge. Think of someone who lost everything during a crisis but found the strength to start over. They didn't just rebuild their life, they discovered abilities they never knew they had. If you're facing tough times, start by setting small daily goals. For instance, if you're dealing with loss, dedicate time to comforting activities like reading a good book or exercising. Small steps build great journeys. What makes resilience even more powerful is its ability to inspire others. When you face challenges head-on, your strength becomes a living example. Have you noticed how stories of triumph always have the power to move people? Be that inspiration for those around you. But remember, resilience is most effective when aligned with unshakable faith. And that brings us to the next gift. Before diving into the gift of unshakable faith, I want to thank you for dedicating your time to this journey of spiritual growth. I'm deeply grateful you've stayed until now, and because of that, I'll reveal an extra gift. But first, let's talk about the gift of unshakable faith. Unshakable faith is like a solid foundation, resistant to even the strongest winds. No matter how fierce the storm, those who have it know there's a greater purpose guiding every step. Imagine someone facing immense financial hardship, but still maintaining calm, trusting that a solution will come at the right time. That's not naivete, it's the certainty that God is working behind the scenes. To cultivate this faith, take a few minutes daily to pray or meditate, even if chaos surrounds you. It's in those moments that your connection with the divine becomes clearest. People with unshakable faith see opportunities where others only see problems. Think of someone who loses their job but decides to start a small business, transforming a simple idea into something remarkable. That's the result of trusting that nothing happens by chance. You can start small, listing your talents and thinking of ways to use them to impact the world around you. The key is to act with the certainty that there's a bigger plan, even if it's not fully visible yet. Having faith doesn't mean ignoring challenges. It means facing them with courage. It's like walking in darkness, knowing the light will appear. Consider the stories of people who overcame serious illnesses simply because they believed they could, even when doctors had no answers. To strengthen your faith, read inspiring stories like Job's in the Bible, who remained steadfast despite immense losses. And for those of you who stayed until the end of this video and want to dive even deeper, I'll reveal another gift that aligns perfectly with this channel: elevated connection. There's something extraordinary about aligned minds and hearts coming together. It's as if an invisible force connects us, creating a magnetic field of energy that only grows when shared. This is elevated connection, a bond transcending physical barriers and bringing us closer to the highest realms. It's no accident you're here, watching this content until the end. There's something within you that resonates with this message, a force pulling you toward the next level of your existence. The elect possess this intense magnetism, a power drawing others like us. When you choose to connect with those who share the same purpose, something magical happens. Ideas flow, energies align, and transformation becomes inevitable. Think of it as an electric current. Individually, we have power. Together, we create a network lighting up everything around us. By engaging with content like this, you're not just gaining knowledge, but becoming part of this network, a force propelling and elevating you. But this connection isn't passive, it requires commitment. By engaging with elevated ideas, reflecting on them, and applying them, you strengthen this invisible bond. And it doesn't stop here. Every time you return to learn more, share what you've learned, or invite others to join, this current of energy expands. After all, what the elect possess isn't a secret to keep, but a power to multiply. So see this channel as more than a source of information, it's a portal. Here the search for purpose meets answers, doubts find direction, and the invisible becomes visible. You're not alone in this journey. We're all connected, like magnets drawn together, guided by something greater. Share in the comments how this content touched you, what resonated most. Let's continue expanding and elevating this connection together, because your voice is an essential part of this transformative energy. Now that the gifts reserved for the elect have been revealed to you, the question remains, what will you do with this knowledge? Will you continue living as before, or use what you've learned to transform your life? The power is in your hands, and action separates dreamers from achievers. Remember, no great leap happens without the first step. The time to act is now. Why not start today? Reflect on these teachings, apply one idea that resonated, and notice how your perspective shifts. What can you do right now to strengthen hope, seek deeper revelations, or share this knowledge with someone in need? These small choices can open an incredible path ahead. If you're committed to continuing this journey of transformation, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. Here, you'll find more tools, insights, and strategies to elevate your life to the next level. Remember, the knowledge that changes the world is the one we put into practice. So what will your next step be? This is just the beginning.